It is The Brink coming to you for another special episode that we decide to do when we feel the need to do with it. And I'm very excited right now that I'm actually sitting next to a gentleman who I don't think has been on this show. March, I think, might have been on for the Grand Prix. Maybe we did do a few segments back then, but other than that, it's been quite some time. Former co-host of this show and Sergeant Porcupine's best friend. It's Samuel McCrossen. Samuel, welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Ben. It's been a while since I've been on, and thank you for calling me a gentleman. I try my best to be a gentleman.
You do. You're an esteemed gentleman, Sam. And I mean, I've spent the day with you today shopping in places like David Jones and Maya. So that, to me, makes you a real refined gentleman, looking at Hugo Boss and Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger and those likes. Which are you wearing any fashionable brands today?
Look, I've got a Kenji sweater on, Kenji jumper, black trousers.
Fancy. I don't even know who some of those are. That's how fancy they must be.
Yes, I've got Nike shoes on, which I've debranded. I've taken the logos off them because Nike's woke. I don't like woke companies, so I cancelled them.
Okay, good to know. I won't get you to watch that new movie Air that came out earlier this year then. You're in Sydney right now. Why are you in Sydney?
So I'm in Sydney because I'm going on a cruise with my father, and it's a special deal that he's put together for us. It's a $500, 10-night cruise, and we get $500 to spend on board, and we're making 4 stops, across 10 nights. Did I say 10 nights? I think I did.
You did say 10 nights, correct?
Sorry, apologies for the repetition. So we're going from Sydney to Cairns. We're going to Port Douglas, we're going to Airlie Beach, and we're going to Moreton Island.
And you've never been to these places before, have you?
None. Never been.
And what are you most looking forward to? Some sun and sand and little Nemo fish, or just spending 10 nights on a boat surrounded by hundreds of people?
I'm looking forward to the food.
Is the food good on a cruise? Do you have to pay for that every night? Or is that included in your ticket?
It's all included.
Wow.
Yeah, $500. You're on the ship. That's it. You know, they give you your bed, the food, entertainment. Everything's there. So it's going.
So if you get $500 to spend on the boat, what are you spending that on if everything's included?
I've got to buy some jewellery.
Oh, for the missus, for Jess.
Yes, and booze.
So you got to pay for alcohol, but everything else is included. If you go to a restaurant and you get your steak and your chips, you can get a Coke, you can get a Sprite, but if you want a beer, you got to pay for the beer.
That's right. You got to pay for your alcohol, but that comes out of the $500 too. So
pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, it sounds too good to be true. But
how many restaurants? Is there much to choose from?
I think there's a few different restaurants. I think there's a they've got like pizza joint and I think buffets and all that sort of stuff, and ice creamery, that sort of thing. They've got a sports bar on board. They've got a restaurant where you go for dinner each night, which is like a proper restaurant, and they bring you 3 courses and all this sort of stuff. And you pick what you want off the menu. But I think there's also another fancier restaurant you can go to on board that you have to pay for. Right. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be it's all in excess, that's for sure. Going on a cruise,
you've cruised, because I've never been on a cruise. So these are all these things that I don't know how appealing it is. I see the appeal of it on one side, but on the other side, I'm not the biggest boat person. Big fear of mine is being stuck in the open ocean in very rough seas, so I wouldn't like that. So that's a big risk, but it sounds like it can be fun if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. So I'll take my books and videos on board, and I'll just chill out, man.
What entertainment? Do they have shows? You can go to I don't know, an opera, a dance show. Do they have cinemas? What can you do? I'm sure there's swimming pools and things like that.
Yeah, there's swimming pools and water slides, and there's an outdoor cinema. Oh. There's a theatre, so you can go and watch shows, and they have competitions like quizzes and things like that, where if you win, you get a medal. Oh. So I've got a medal from the last cruise.
What did you win?
I won something at the theatre. I can't remember what it was.
You get up on stage and sing? Or that woman today?
Well, yeah. I went on stage for some reason. I can't remember why, but I've got a medal at home. with a Carnival cruise ship on it.
Thoroughly deserved. Can we just talk about today? So I'm thoroughly enthralled by your cruise ship stories, by the way. I don't mean to change the story, but you and I did a tour of the Sydney Opera House today, which was very interesting. And we were in the main hall, right? And the guy's giving the tour, fantastic. And this one guy at the end is like, any questions? And he's like, yes, hello. My auntie over there is a world-renowned singer. Can she sing a song here in the Opera House? And the guy was like, oh, absolutely. Fantastic, give us a go. Woman literally just goes, da-da-da-da-da. And everyone clapped up. That was the most anticlimactic thing I think I've ever seen since Barbie.
Yeah, well, maybe she felt a bit embarrassed, though, if she's used to crowds and...
She's a world-class singer, Sam. She should be ready for that.
Okay, no, good call. I'll stop that train of thought. But that... Well, I don't know. I wonder who she was.
I mean, look, not to generalise their appearance, but they were of a subcontinent appearance, so maybe India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, a place in that vicinity. So maybe she was a renowned Sri Lankan, Bangladeshi, Nepalese singer. I don't know. Maybe she is. Like, I'm sure, like, if, let's be honest, if you were on a cruise in the Caribbean and Jimmy Barnes was with you and they did a tour of the Royal Jamaican Concert Hall, and you were like, oh, this is my good mate Jimmy Barnes. He's a good singer. No one in Jamaica knows who Jimmy Barnes is. So, I mean, maybe she is like India's, Pakistan's. I don't want to generalise, Sam, but she was the vicinity of the subcontinent version of Jimmy Barnes.
Well, perhaps, Ben. And you know what that reminds me of? Because I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching Mission Impossible. And I was thinking about the story about you told me about Tom Cruise would go and catch public transport in certain places and hide himself under a hat, and he got a real kick out of that. So maybe it was like that for her.
Which I mean, if people don't know that story, like Tom Cruise was, I think, on Graham Norton on one of these shows, and he told the story he was filming in London, and he just wanted to blend in and kind of, just be like a normal person. So he caught the tube, and he kind of wears a bit of a baseball cap and like a bit of sunglasses, just sits on the train, and this one girl was just staring at him. And he could tell that she obviously knew who he was. And he kind of just like looked up and kind of gently like nodded and put his, finger to his lips and was like, shh. So she just kind of sneakily got a phone out, took a photo, and then put it in a pocket and nodded at him and just kept on away. Because let's be honest, like there would be moments in life where you were maybe around, like the big rumour, if I remember in the 90s, you ever remember that rumour that Michael Jackson, when he was touring here, allegedly came to Hobart for a day and was seen walking through the Elizabeth Mall. But because it's Hobart, no one's going to assume Michael Jackson is there. Nobody's like, oh my God, it's Michael Jackson. They were like, was that Michael Jackson? And then just kind of went on with their day. Because if I was super famous, I would totally do that. I'd push the boundaries because you're not going to think Tom Cruise is going to catch the tube.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be so much fun.
Yeah, can you imagine doing that? You're a world-famous movie star or something, and you jump on a public bus in some unknown city, and no one could believe that it's possibly you, so they pay no attention to you. That'd be amazing.
Michael Schumacher flew down to the Huon Valley one time and had like lunch when he was there for the Grand Prix, because my auntie worked at Tassale, and her work colleague was at this like vineyard at like Huonville or something like that for lunch, and this helicopter lands. Out pops out Michael Schumacher. I remember my auntie telling me this story. I'm like, you're bullshitting me. She sent me a photo that this guy took with Michael Schumacher. So Michael Schumacher went to Tasmania for like a couple hours on a helicopter from Melbourne, or like maybe he just got, I don't know if you can get a helicopter from Melbourne. I'm not a plane person, but somehow he got a helicopter to get to that part, had lunch and then buggered off. So that's the thing. Like if you've got that ability, Katy Perry came to Hobart for like a day when she toured because the Mercury were like, oh, Katy Perry's in town. She was photographed underneath the Mercury building in the bar that's where, like, in Salamanca. And, it happens. Like, it happens. So why wouldn't you try it out?
That's amazing. So what year did Schumacher come to Tassie?
It would have been, like, 2006, like, the last couple of years of Ferrari. It was... Yeah, it would have been, like, 2005, 2006. I could find that email. I would still have that email my auntie sent me that he came down for like the day or something like that. Natalie Portman apparently was in Tasmania a year or two ago when I was there because she was filming in Sydney, and the big whispers were she was being spotted in Tasmania. So of course, me, I'm like, oh, where is she? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you try it?
That's amazing. Where would you go, Ben, if you were in that situation? You're Michael Schumacher.
I would kind of like play a game with it. You would just like almost play like, where can I go and how long will it take me to get spotted? Because like, I mean, if you're in like, you know, maybe Michael Schumacher's a good example. If you're Justin Bieber, you're Tom Cruise, you're Brad Pitt, like you're people who are that instantly recognizable. Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Like if you're in LA, you're in New York, you kind of expect to see these people, right? If you're Arnold Schwarzenegger and he comes to Melbourne or Sydney, and you just literally say to your publicist, like, I want to go somewhere. Where's somebody we can go just where you're not expecting it? And it's like, well, Hobart. No one's going to expect Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, seriously, like, you know, you would just, you'd fly in for the day because it would literally be that thing of you would not expect in Hobart somebody of that caliber to be there, right? Like, it's just, you would blink and you miss and go, really? Like, it would be crazy. I don't know, you test it, you just have fun with it. Even if you were in New York, like Keanu Reeves famously catches the subway. Like, you always spot Keanu. There's a viral video of Keanu Reeves just sitting there. He gets up, offers his seat to like a person because the subway's full. And he's just there and he's just like, street clothes and just a normal human being. You know, then a lot of these people, you think they're going to drive around in a limo. I mean, would you, if you were Sam, if 10 years ago when we were on the brink and we were still in air and we became, you know, the next Hamish and Andy, you're back to the beginning of this show. You're a gentleman. You're a very down to earth guy. I don't think you'd let it go to your head. I think you'd just live out in your house in the suburbs of Hobart, and drive around in your whatever you got now. I don't know. I've been in a car of yours in a while, so like, I mean, you'd just be a standard man, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd like to think so, Ben.
Wearing your Hugo Bosses and your whatever you're wearing right now?
Yes. Yeah, no, I'd like to think I'd still be well, I don't know if I'm a good bloke now, but I'd like to think I'd be a good bloke.
We need to get Jess back on the show.
Yeah, but incidentally, you asked about my car. I'm rocking a red Mazda 3 now. Yeah.
Oh, the red? I like that.
I think it's 2008, 2009 model. Something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes all right.
Good to know. Sam, this is fun. We might get you on for another segment in a moment. The Sarge, any updates? Can we get the Sarge, or is Sarge gone? Like, I mean, it's been probably a good 5 years since we've had the Sarge on this show.
He might be dead. I don't know. I could try him. It's been a while.
Why don't you make a phone call or two, and perhaps we can come back and we can see how confident are you that maybe we can get him.
Let's just try. I'll get the old mobile out and we'll see if we can track him down.
All right, stay tuned, Brinkers. Stay tuned. It is the episode of just getting random people in my house. I go a year without not having anybody here, and then people visit me. And I found someone from the great city of Snug who has managed to fly up to the lesser city of Sydney. Let's be honest. If you ranked your cities beginning with S, you'd have Seoul, Santiago, Saigon, South Dakota, state, but whatever. Snug. Saskatchewan, that's a province, but that counts. And then Sydney. But that joke kind of failed. It's Noah Groves. I don't have a... What do I have for a sound effect for Noah? This will do. Yeah, it's Noah!
This feels very me.
Wasn't this the Benny and Posh show thing?
This feels very me. This is what goes in my head when I walk down the street.
You're just trying to work out. Hello, Noah.
Hello.
There you are.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in your house right now.
I know. I just having the gangbangs and everything. Welcome to Sydney. How are you feeling?
I've been much worse than I am right now.
Common review at Ben's house. Much worse.
Fun to have a sleepover.
We were literally having so you haven't slept over at my house since the days of Springfield Avenue.
No, you've downsized.
I have. Well, but lots of things have downsized.
You've moved to bigger cities.
It's a nicer area.
Smaller house.
Better
size
city.
doesn't matter.
We can go look at the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, and we looked at Moona, dead bodies.
Chinese restaurants.
You had Uber Eats. We didn't have Uber Eats back in 2015.
Oh, it's all go here at Ben's house.
What would you rather, Uber Eats or Build-A-Burger? Remember our Build-A-Burger? They were pretty good days at McDonald's Build-A-Burger, weren't they?
I don't eat McDonald's anymore, though.
Miss McDonald's.
Oh.
Yeah. But a couple of months ago, I think we had you back on and you were talking about coming back to Australia and Snug and Hobart and everything. It's been a couple of months. You've still been in Snug. Has anything happened since? Anything happened in Snug?
I think I saw someone once.
No, good.
But
Who was it?
I'm not quite sure if it was anyone.
Was it the local Rob guy or something like that? Or
So I saw a roadkill
oh yeah, just
the
one,
other day. Two.
What was it? Possum, a kangaroo, or?
Possum and a wallaby.
Oh, no, that's a bit sad.
So that's been exciting. I've started the Instagram roadkill of Snug.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't, but that sounds like a good
Actually,
idea.
that's
Actually,
not bad. Roadkill of Snug. I reckon you could go viral with that. You could become an influencer.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen my share of roadkill.
Well, we saw today books of was it Smirsh Pod, 400 followers on Facebook. I mean, why not? Because Instagram of Los Angeles, you know.
You know, I've been back in Snug after 5-6 years around the world when I'm just casually dropping roadkill in the conversation like it's nothing.
I want you to tell. I want you to tell a story about Ben Waterworth's hospitality. Now, I've got a couch, as I whack your microphone. I've got a couch next to me which folds out into a sofa. Now, tell our listener what happened last night when I tested, because you said you hadn't had a good laugh in a while, and apparently I made you laugh too much last night.
Ben Waterworth's hospitality goes so well that he's willing to injure himself to entertain, and it worked. I was thoroughly entertained. Trying out his sofa couch bed thing for the first time, and good old Benny doesn't really know how to quite stand the sofa couch bed thing up.
I didn't realize it had legs, like on the other side.
As he tried to warn me about said couch, he did a big old tumble into the wall with a exaggerated sound effect.
It, like the whole
Something to the extent of, whoa!
the whole thing like fell on its side.
Bang into the wall at midnight.
We're literally just like, I'm laying there. You're like pissing yourself laughing. And then basically like after 20 minutes of just laughter, I fix it. He goes to sleep. I close my bedroom door because I don't want him to like come in my bedroom in the middle of the night and just like, hello, surprise. And all of a sudden I just hear this.
That's good, and that's good entertaining of guests, because for about an hour I couldn't sleep.
He was bored
just-
shitless at my house until we did. That's how fuck, why am I here?
I could be looking at roadkill right now.
We had a vodka martini last night, you know?
Very well entertained.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Do we? Is it appropriate to have vodka martinis at 8 a.m. tomorrow while we're recording with Colin? Do you think?
When have you ever done anything appropriate?
No, it's a couple
Go
hours
for
before
it.
I start work.
Although
so-
last time we drunk on the podcast, maybe not.
Yeah, I lost it. I yelled at you guys, basically. Listen to 007, by the way. It's a fun podcast. But I think the interesting thing, like you and I have had lots of conversations about our beloved Hobart and everything along those lines and being there. And I was there a couple of weeks ago and we had a couple of drinks at a bar that closed at 8. That was great. But it's interesting when you've been to these big cities overseas, and we were talking about this in Sydney today about the vibe, because you're in the biggest city in Australia right now, but it's still got a different vibe to like big cities globally, right? Like Sydney's a global city. It's the city that has Australia on the map, but like you've been to Seoul, you've been to London, you've been to Paris. Like, I mean,
Isn't there a song to this?
you've been to Seoul.
I've been to
I've been to Rio and London. Was that Peter Allen?
haven't been to Rio.
Yeah, but like, how do you like? I mean, I don't know what my question is here, Noah. But the point is, it's like, how does it compare like to other global cities now that you've experiencing Sydney for the first time in a while?
Yeah, it's not my first time in Sydney, but it's my first time probably as an adult, if you can call me that. Look it on the outside, don't look it in the inside.
Damn, there goes that plan.
But yeah, I've come from even my city, Daegu in Korea. It's the fourth biggest city in Korea. It still feels bigger in just scope in terms of being built up and just being alive. So it's a very different thing, and I think a lot of people probably appreciate that it's different like that. But it is interesting to come to the biggest city in Australia, and it still almost has like a small town feel in a way, and I guess that's the charm. But it's definitely not the sort of bustle of Asian cities where I've spent my last 5 or 6 years, and they both have their pros and cons.
Does Daegu have?
Daegu.
How do you say it?
Daegu.
Daegu. Sorry. Does Daegu have like landmarks? Like, if I go to Daegu, what's like the Sydney Opera House of Daegu?
There is a Daegu Opera House.
Oh.
It's not really known as a tourist city, which is why I loved living there, because I would go about my day, and I know if I saw any other foreigners that
Thank you, Ben.
they're living there, they're not visiting it, and then I visit Seoul and I'm like, well, are they living here or are they tourists? So they're actually, I always say Daegu is a great place to live, but it's not really a great place to visit.
Well, what would I do? Like, what would I do in Daegu?
Well, when I've had people over, it's mainly showing them.
Me.
I have.
I want the people to feel sorry for me. No, just give me. I got,
do already.
Pam broke up with me today. All right, I'm very sad.
They feel sorry.
They're listening to the Brink. Yeah, they do.
I would show them restaurants, bars, just hidden little streets to wander around. Lots of sort of quirky shopping and stuff like that. But there's no like, this is Daegu's landmark, and I kind of like that for a city to live in.
How many people live in Daegu?
I think around 3 million.
Oh, geez, that's all right.
Oh, now it's 2,900.
Million?
2,999,000.
Oh,
because I've left.
I'm glad I'm on this side. I want to press all the buttons. Do you miss it?
Yes.
Would you live in Daegu again?
Probably not.
But what are the so Seoul would be the biggest.
Yeah.
What's 2 and 3?
Busan.
Oh, yep.
And Incheon, where the
Incheon.
airport is.
There's only one airport in Korea.
No, it's where the Incheon airport is.
Oh, right.
The big airport.
There's an awkward silence here. Like, that's where the airport is in Korea.
The main
only
big deal airport.
Which, again, I know geography, but I don't know my cities in Korea. Which of those 4 cities is closer to North Korea?
Seoul.
Seoul.
Well, I guess Incheon is like adjacent to Seoul.
Is it like tourism to go to the DMZ? Like, can you look at it? Really? I'd go
It's
there.
a big thing.
I'd love to do that.
I know people who did it. I just didn't have time. And then there was that American soldier who was on the tour and he defected during the tour.
You know what? I'm bored. I might defect today. I'd actually, like, in all seriousness, I'd love to go to North Korea. Like, it'd be fascinating, you know?
It's not for me.
To go to a place like that and just see it.
Well, we're not going to get into an argument, but I disagree with people who travel to North Korea.
I disagree with people who travel.
Don't leave Snug.
Stay.
If anyone
Snug.
from Snug is listening, stay.
I remember back we used to talk about is it the Korean grocer in Snug?
Yeah.
Does that guy still?
No.
Oh,
That's sad. They've left.
what happened? Where'd they go?
Don't know.
Oh,
Maybe back to Korea.
who runs it now?
Oh. No, I won't say.
John.
I won't say what I was going to say.
Say it.
It's gone a bit.
Bogan.
Well, someone in a review, because I looked up the reviews, called him an orc.
What? Is that a thing? What's it called? The Snug grocery store?
Snug shop. I think it's just called the Snug shop.
Snug shop. The Snug bar, as snug as a bug. I guess we're in, Sydney, I get Tasmania. Snug store. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. This is what we used to do back in the day when 4.2. All right, let's read the review, shall we? This is a new segment.
4.2.
So we've got.
I've been loving reading the reviews for places around Snug.
So Snug review. This one is from. I'm going to name a shame. Emon Gallagher. Thank you, Emon. Easily some of the best fish and calamari I've had in Tassie, and that's saying something, as I've tested a lot.
Big calamari fan.
$10 and 5 squid rings and 5 flathead fillets, all cooked fresh. The burgers look great.
That is a good deal, actually.
Oh, okay.
5 flathead fillets.
Let's go the 1 star. How do we just click on? We can't click on 1 star. I don't know. This is great podcast. Oh, lots of 5 stars. Nice and clean. Good choice of takeaway food from Craig Eady. 4 stars.
There's a 1 star.
Oh, here we go. Daniel Manser.
This is the orc one.
When the Koreans owned this shop, it was wonderful. Unfortunately, some arrogant orc from Queensland is running the shop. I'm a word. The service. Thanks for admitting that, Daniel. Welcome to Word Life.
Word, man.
The service stinks. So disappointed. What was once a great local shop is now just another interstate corporate nightmare with zero regard for locals. Only gave 1 star as I couldn't give a 0 or -5 score. Well, he's had 2 reviews, Daniel Manser. What else has he reviewed, old Daniel Manser? Baxter's IGA Snug.
Well, that's across the road. They just moved in a few years.
Oh, no. He reviewed Oz Maker Supplies. Great service, great products at a very reasonable price. Thanks, Tim. I'm sure my measly purchases won't entirely pay off your mortgage, but I'm definitely a repeat customer. Dan.
Oh, I like a bit of humour in a review.
Yeah. Roger Wiggins. 1 star.
Oh, Roger.
The flake is actually horrible. It's out of a box.
It's been cut with a shoe profile cutter and battered. Doesn't look or taste like flake. Stop selling this rubbish. You're in a tourist area. If I could give no stars, I would.
Wait.
So can give a 10/100.
Roger, wait. You're in a tourist area?
Tony Harrison, 1 star. Greasy, cold, undercooked chips and smelly flake go straight to the bin.
Oh,
Dreadful, guys. Is this really the best you can do?
people hate the flake.
Oh, Ballistic Monkey, 3 stars. It's decent enough. Definitely wouldn't go there every day. Towards the end of the day, the food tends to get worse, indicating it's been sitting all day. Well, that's every takeaway store. What's this? Noah Groves. Can you just review a town?
Well, I'm wondering, are there any reviews for the Snug Primary School that I went to?
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't kidnap children. Too ugly. Snug Primary School. You can't... 5 Google reviews of Snug Primary School. Shrek Slave! Did you write this? Amazing school I used to go. My name's Jake Farr. You might remember me. 5 stars.
Oh, 5 stars from
59
Shrek
reviews,
Slave.
1 photo.
Shrek Slave has a lot of reviews.
All right. Marucci Squash Courts in Maroochydore. How many reviews?
Oh, he's generous, Jack.
Crafty Coffee. I didn't visit this place, but I'm sure it's good.
Oh, it's very positive, Shrek Slave.
Sombrero Coolangatta. Burrito, but some chairs aren't good. Thank you for leaving a review. We'll be sure to pass on your long comments to the team.
Sombrero Coolangatta.
Shrek Slave's my new. This is
Oh,
your
he's travelled.
weekly segment of Shrek Slave. He went to Wagga Wagga IGA.
5 stars.
Didn't write anything
He's
about it.
travelled. He's gone far, Jake, from
He's an
Snug
everyman.
Primary Schools.
Legacy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the Gold Coast. Friendly and clean with helpful and experienced coaches. He just doesn't write reviews. He just writes 5-star. Life-changing.
Life-changing. Freedom Fuels.
Kmart The Pines. Ugh. Dunno. Top Noodle. Dunno.
5 stars, dunno.
Some seats a bit dirty, but nice big screens at event cinemas. Oh, great for the
Great
kids.
for the kids.
So, don't think I went here, but cool name though, at Penny Whistlers.
Thank you, Shrek.
Oh, Shrek Slave, the new weekly segment on the brink.
Piece it.
McDonald's. Pretty bad.
Not
Oh,
a fan.
old mate was nice at different McDonald's.
He's very positive, Shrek
Oh,
Slave. from
JB
Snug
Hi-Fi
Primary School.
Rabina Home Superstore. Oh, Westfield Main Cravat. Left 1 star,
one.
no words. And then, Westfield Main Cravat replied.
Oh,
Popcorn was too much at Warner Brothers Movie World.
this is the kind of education that Snug Primary School will get to. You could be
I could.
a reviewer who travels around the world, like Shrek Slave.
I've always wanted to be like a reviewer, but I also don't want to be a Karen. Because I'd be honest.
I'll be more of a Jake than a
Snug Primary School, so you have only Shrek Slave's the only one who's written something. Callan gave it a 2 out of 5. Jade Harvey a 5 out of 5. Jana Seela 5 out of 5, and Spike and the Phone 5 out of 5.
Good reviews.
What did my primary school get? Old Glenorchy Primary,
We want to know.
home of Ben Waterworth, Avoid. Glenorchy in New Zealand is very fancy. 16 Google reviews. Oh, here we go. Anonymous. 2 weeks ago, I reported Laura Alexander and they protected the teacher and wouldn't listen to me. I remember a lovely lady named Katrina and Ange, both lovely workers at the school, and they both was very underpaid, very Glenorchy, as they was the best teacher assistants I ever came across. I was bullied, and Alex always ignored it to the point I attacked another student, and it all built up to the league. Wow.
Whoa, that's a whole villain backstory.
Andromeda says, nice school. I went here as a child too. It's very nice. Fletcher Mason, that's a Glenorchy name. Not a bad school. Wouldn't recommend. What?
Not a bad school. Wouldn't recommend.
Donatella Official, 2 stars. Not too bad. Wouldn't recommend because I was severely bullied here when I went to school, and I heard
Getting
lots of
sad.
other people. Yeah, this is a bit sad. We don't want. Sorry,
Lots of
Donatella.
bullying at Glenorchy.
Cool guy gave it 5 stars.
Was that you?
Well, how did you know my handle? This is fascinating. This is a new segment.
That's what all this time in Snug, I've just been reading reviews.
Oh,
for
Snug Primary School
places in
enrollment
Snug.
form. Here we go.
we
Let's
could
do it.
enroll.
Is this yours? That's not your school, is it? Oh,
Yep.
Tasmanian Government. Enrollment form. Let's see. Shall we enroll?
We could enroll.
Colin Hilding? Let's see here. Oh, it's in a PDF. No, that's a bit of a shame. Anyway, this is a fun segment. We're going to come back and do another one. We're going to ask Niall some more questions. So, you down with that?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Trying out a new thing, dude.
All right. At the beginning of this show, we had Sam on, who's still here. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Benjamin.
Now, you made a few phone calls, and do I hear a police siren in the background? Who's this lavishly beautiful gentleman you've got? Is this Sergeant Porcupine? Look at you go. You've lost weight. Hello, Your Excellency.
Oh, hello, Ben.
Wow, look at you. You've got grey hair, but you're tanked up. Like, you're just, I don't reckon, I might be in love.
Well, I hope you're not in love with me.
Well, I would never do such a thing, Sergeant, because I know you would probably frown upon that. But some of our listeners, we're not getting into that. But how have you been, Sarge? It's been a while.
No, let's get into that, Ben. I think we should get into that.
All right, well, do you have something to go off at me, or what's going on here?
Well, I'm the Sarge. I'm as straight as an arrow.
I'm glad to know, but that hasn't changed in the 5 or so years since I've had you on? I always assumed you were that way.
It certainly hasn't. Straight as an arrow. Did you get that?
I did, as an arrow. What have you been up to? You've lost weight. You're looking well. Have you been on a diet? Have you been exercising?
Well, I tend to keep to myself a bit these days, Ben. I'm not a member of the police force anymore.
Oh, why not?
Oh, I didn't like the way they behaved during the pandemic, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I mean, pandemic, that's a whole other kettle of fish, isn't it? Like, what didn't you like about them in the pandemic? And what did you think of the pandemic?
Oh, I thought pandemic.
Pandemic, okay, all right, yep, all right.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the way the police just carried out the rules of what the government was trying to do, you know what I'm saying?
But you're a very strict man, Sarge. You used to arrest people in Lenna Valley for dog poo. Like, you were straight down the barrel under the act of the 17th Convention of Poo Act, and you didn't. Did you change? What happened?
No, Ben, I think the whole world went mad. I just stayed the same.
All right, okay, well, good to know. One thing that hasn't stayed the same, your beloved Collingwood Magpies, Sarge. Congratulations!
Yeah, I love the Magpies. Is Dane Swan still playing?
I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention to the Collingwood Magpies. But you're happy, you celebrate. I mean, bugger him. What about old Dacos? The both of them. Pendlebury's still playing. Still side bottom.
Michael Dacos. Is that his name?
I think his name's Frank, maybe.
No, what's his name?
There's Peter.
Peter, that's him.
No, his sons, Josh and the other one.
Oh, no, I don't recognise them. I only like Peter.
All right, just Peter. What about old Ginnivan, old little flog face?
Yeah, well, I'm not a big fan of Ginnivan.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't. Yeah, he's got the most punchable face around. But they're the premiers, Collingwood premiers. Like, you have a party? Did you go out? Like, what did you do?
Oh, I drank about 500 beers, Ben.
Oh, it's a bit of a slow night for you then.
Yeah.
Giving up.
What night was it?
Oh, about a week ago at the time of recording this.
Yeah, I've almost sobered up.
That's good to know. So if you're not a cop anymore, what are you up to?
I'm a conspiracy theorist these days, Ben.
Oh, professional or?
Professional.
How does one become a professional? Like, do you start your own business? I mean, do you go to Professional Conspirators Are Us?
You just start telling the truth.
All right, well, give me a truth bomb. What's the most honest truth you can tell me right now? And I'm very scared where this is going to go.
All right, well, mainstream media, Ben, it's all a conspiracy.
All right, give me an example.
Joe Biden, Ben.
The president, I think he's the president of a country that some people might live in.
I believe there's a deep state behind him, Ben.
All right, okay, and anything you want to add on that, or just that's make your own mind up on it, or?
He's controlled by a deep state.
Who's in the deep state? Who else is in the deep state?
Well, we don't know, Ben.
Maybe Dane Swan?
I doubt it.
Dude, not Dane Swan. People from Lenna Valley?
Possibly.
The Greens?
Oh, the Greens. Oh, don't get me started on them, Ben.
Got to say, since you've lost weight, your voice has slightly changed, I think, over the years. Sarge, is it the old age or the weight that you've the 500 beers? You almost sound like Random Beef Man.
Random Beef Man, should we bring him in?
Oh, have you got him with you? I mean, who else can you bring in? Toyota Hilux? You like? Oh, hello, Random Beef Man. Here you are.
Beef.
Your vocabulary's lessened since we've had you on. Is that all you can say now?
Yeah. That's me again, bro.
Oh, you tricked me. You wear similar clothing. Is that Nicky Lauder with you? I haven't seen him in a while either. I thought he was dead. Nicky, you're alive.
Oh.
What's it like being dead, Nicky?
Oh, very relaxing, Ben.
I can imagine. What's the best thing that you can relax now that you're dead?
Oh, it's supine, Ben.
Good to know. Is that Max Walker? Speaking of dead, hello, Max Walker, former long-time Brink. I don't know where these people are coming from. How are you, Max?
Yes, hello, Ben. It's good to be back on the brink.
Oh, you're looking fantastic, Max. You're better in death than life, to be honest.
I'm feeling fantastic, Ben.
Yeah, all right. You and Nicky hang out much in heaven?
No, Ben, I'm not a big fan of Nicky Lauder. We don't like each other very much.
That's a bit of a shame. Why's that?
Well, he's Austrian, Ben.
We know only good people come from Austria. No bad people have ever come from Austria, have they?
Well, Ben, no, I can't think of any. Can you think of any?
No, off the top of my head, no. I can't think of anyone that's ever bad. Red Bull, maybe? I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Vitaly Petrov, Ben?
Do you want to get him back on the show? It's been a while for him.
I think you should bring in old Vitaly, Ben.
Where was that? Where is he? Is he there? Hang on. Maybe you should introduce him.
Yes, Ben. Well, he's just standing over here in the corner. Come over, Vitaly.
Yes, hello, Vitaly Petrov, back on the brink. Hello, Maximus Walker. How are you doing today?
Yes, well, Vitaly, I'm not doing too bad. How many vodkas have you had today?
Oh, like 73.
Yeah, only 73.
It's been a slow day. I ran out of vodka.
I had 74 bottles before breakfast, Vitaly.
That's because you got the big moustache. It needs to take in the spirits to soak up the atmosphere.
Yes, well, quite right, Vitaly. You know, you need a fair bit of alcohol to keep a moustache like this one going.
In Russia, we're not allowed to grow a moustache. You get shot. And that if you only grow a moustache when you invade foreign country. Show you masculine. So if you have moustache, you invade country.
Yes, Vitaly. What do you think of your man, Vladimir?
Are we on the record or not on the record?
We're off the record, Vitaly. Go for it.
I absolutely love him. He's fantastic.
All right, we're on the record now. What do you reckon about him?
He's absolutely fantastic. I love him.
On the record.
Yes, both. I have no negative. No one in Russia has negative opinion on Vladimir Putin. The man does no wrong.
Well, makes me wonder why you inquired as to whether we were on air or off air, Vitaly.
I wanted to create dramatic tension and create a Russian joke.
Fair enough. Very funny.
Vitaly, hi, Ben here. Where have you been for quite some time? I have been in Russia. Where have you been? Just around. What do you think of Nikita Mazepin? He is legend of sport in Formula One. He got cruelly robbed. What do you think of Nikita Mazepin, Nicky Lauda?
Oh, Nikita Mazepin, great driver. Finished too quick in Formula One.
I agree with both of you. This is a lot of voices to comprehend right now. Sam, are you back? Hello, Sam.
I am back, Ben. Yeah, some incredible memories there. Some very large personalities.
I think we've dug the bottom of the barrel for the comedy in this segment.
We've dug below what comes after the bottom of the barrel?
Collingwood,
Yeah,
Lenna Valley,
I suppose the ground beneath.
Chigwell.
Oh, yikes! maybe we dug down into the earth beneath the barrel.
All right, I think we might bring you back in a moment to close out this episode, but that was an interesting segment.
Ooh!
We're back with the Dude and Poss podcast.
Oh, so you're the dude.
You know what a dude is, right? It's a camel's penis.
Well,
Is it a camel's penis? Is that what it is? This is what a dude is. It's like if you call someone what's the sheep's, the poo bag on a sheep? It's called like a dingbat or something like that. A dude, a man, a guy, dress up elaborately. What did dude mean? Individual for a male. Anyway.
Maybe it's an urban legend.
I've got a book here in front of me. It's called...
You have a book?
I do. It's called The Ben Waterworth
You've
Story.
changed.
Q&A a day. 365 questions over 5 years. You ready for a long time? We're going to sit here for 5 years.
Is this like the official companion to the TV show?
It
Q&A?
is. Yes. With Tony, what's Tony Jones?
Tony, that guy, Tony.
I don't have those 500 days. I'm just going to randomly choose.
500 days?
Well, no, I used to have a 500 podcast question book. I used to ask you some of those questions. Give me a date. Any date.
16th of May.
16th of May. That's not your birthday.
No, I didn't want to go the obvious.
Right, let's go. What was your favourite day this week? This week.
Well, it would be bad if I didn't say...
Well, not the last two.
Well, I can narrow down two.
Last night when Ben fell off the couch.
Well, I don't love flying, so I guess it would be... Well, what today?
I don't love lying. Definitely not the last 2 days.
I went for a run, and then I read the Moneypenny Diaries, and we
had sex.
ate lunch on the table, and then we went for a nice walk around the city.
We ate lunch on the table. Ben's got a table now. He's very upmarket.
He's got 2 tables. So probably today.
Not Monday in Snug?
Monday.
You listen to Noah. I went to judge me. I'm about to wipe my nose with a hanky.
I went shopping with my mother.
What'd you buy me?
I didn't buy anything because I'm coming here, but I just thought I'd entertain her.
Oh, I love your mum.
Quality time.
Never met your mum, but anyway.
Quality time at Coles.
Another date. Give me another date.
15th of February.
15th of February. The question for that day would be, write down the cure for a broken heart.
Do I have to write it down?
You wouldn't know that. You don't have a heart.
That's arsenic. Arsenic. Probably about a whole packet of crushed up Panadol.
Yeah, that'll do. Give me another date.
That's a bit. Is that too dark? Is this a light-hearted radio format?
That's a bit humorous, actually.
Is this a light-hearted show?
It's the brink. What are you talking about? It's hilarious.
This is why you're not on radio anymore. We're talking about
nearly 20 years of the brink next year. Another date.
25th of December.
What's that on
a
day?
Torch.
A torch?
I was probably going to say, what's the worst Christmas present you got?
Did you get a torch for Christmas? Hey, don't mock my present.
No, I thought about it. Enjoyed the torch.
A torch would be good. Write down 5 words that describe today.
Table.
Yep.
Table. Table. Rice.
Yep.
Walking.
Yep.
Train.
Yep.
And coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Oh, coffee. All right. You sounded foreign. Give me another date.
The 12th of June.
12th. You don't want to do. You're not doing your birthday. Do my birthday, but you don't remember my birthday. Is something in your way? Can you move it? What?
Is this a choose your own adventure book? If you choose to move it.
What a question! No.
No, I'm stuck. Send help.
This question.
This question's in my way.
Choose another date. That's stupid.
This question's in my way.
4th of July. Come on, do it. You're going to do it.
We'll save that at the end.
No, literally is blank space is funny. Ben.
Oh, I don't know. Like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Give me another date. Go
on. Ben is funny, but not in the way that...
Like, you laugh at him because he looks funny and you're like, oh, look at that funny fucker.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
30th of February.
I'm going to...
28th of February.
I'm going to isolate that sound clip we said Ben is funny. I'm going to use it.
Well, I sound very enthusiastic.
When was the last time you were sick?
I went to Borneo in June, and unfortunately we'd been building up to this for the whole time, and I was sick the whole time that we were down there.
Damn.
So that was not fun.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Yeah. And
Another-
fully sick every day.
Fully sick, bro. Another date.
6th of October.
6th of October. This would be one I've probably actually already answered. You can't read my answer here. Let's see here. 6th of October. If anyone wants to buy this book, it's actually a really fun book. Do you have any new friends? I'm not going to read my answer. It's a bit sad.
It's the only one Ben's filled out.
No, I'm definitely not reading that. That's a bit personal. Thank you.
Well, I thought Noah was my friend, and then he visited me. I realised, he's actually a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
No, I haven't made any friends. I went travelling, and I sort of made like friends, but they're just like you probably never see them again. But like nice to meet people.
Well,
But
no,
I
it's
haven't
friends
made
if they're
any
listening.
friends this year. Definitely not in Snug, except for the roadkill.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right, I
This is
should
fine.
do a quicker fire. 19th of May.
19th of May. Just because you see it up on that page. What's the most creative thing you've done recently?
Recently,
This?
I did that interpretive dance for you last night. That was creative.
Did you?
You were asleep, but I was doing it.
Oh, is that what that was in my face?
1st of January. I guess I should answer the.
You probably should.
Well, if I'm being honest, my creative juices have not been flowing recently. To be honest.
Oh, I like listening to your juice. I haven't written my name in it. This journal belongs to. That's a bit rude.
I've been making my Korean rice wine. That's pretty creative.
Do you still make it here in
Yeah, I've been making it in Snug, so I would say that's creative.
All right.
1st of January.
1st of January. 1st of January. All right. So let's go to what is your mission? Should you choose
Should
to
I
accept?
choose to accept it? Just make it through.
Fucking deep, man. fucking make it through. Put it on a t-shirt. Fucking make it through.
Make it through.
Make it through.
Make it through whatever's blocking me from that other date.
In
What
this
date
book.
was that?
I don't even know.
This book
You remembered any of them?
blocking me.
Yeah, let's go 5 more. 5 more.
This is fun.
It is. You do it every day? I mean, you got the time?
Well, let's see. March 4th.
Oh, it's not on my birthday. It's all right. Do you know my birthday?
No.
March 4th. What would you like to ask your mother? What's for dinner?
There's too much. Oh God, that's difficult. I would ask her.
You single?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that I can say on this show.
Brink, you can say whatever. Cunt, dildo, vagina. Fucking go to town.
Why are you not giving up smoking?
Oh,
That's
Okay.
not even the deep one.
sounds deep to me. Do my birthday, no? When's my birthday?
March 18th.
Bang. Oh, you got it right. Well done. Write down a problem. Oh, that's April the 18th. Oh, fuck that. Sounds a bit deep for my birthday. Australia's probably like, oh, why are you a dickhead? In 3 words, describe your spirituality. That's so wanky for my birthday. Fuck off, please. Why do you give me 4 lines to write 3 words?
Is non-existent a hyphenated word?
Yes.
I'd say very mostly non-existent.
Okay. 3 more.
The April 18th.
You're just looking at what I've got open. I'm just flicking through it.
No, because you went to that
I did,
one,
didn't
and then
I?
you're like, oh no.
I have a very short-term memory. You should realize that. Write down a problem you solved today.
Problem solved.
You worked out how to go for a run.
Yeah,
near
I
my
figured out how
neighborhood.
to go for a run in a place I've never been before.
Couldn't open my door.
Figured out how to Uber Eat.
True.
September 1st.
September the 1st. That would be my former co-host Anthony's birthday. Teacher or student? Is this like a sexual question or like what's that meant to mean? Can I have both?
Well, this is funny because I am a teacher, but I would probably more say student. But like my profession, I guess, is teacher. So how do you answer that? Student teacher.
Yeah. 2 more.
I had the date. August 14th.
August the 14th is going to ask you the beautiful question of did you complete your to-do list for the day? You haven't done me yet.
This book assumes I'm very more organized than I am.
Oh, I love this book.
My to-do list for today, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
You don't have to-do lists. Yeah, I went for a run. I ordered and ate a yummy dinner, and I drank a can of something, and I'm doing a podcast. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Last one.
Oh. You pick for me.
Let's go. I'm just going to open it up on a page. July 24th. What's in your fridge? No, that's a shit
Don't have
one.
a fridge.
July. If you could hire any,
Should we just do all of July? That's my birth month.
if you could hire any artist, living or dead, to paint your portrait, who would you pick?
Oof, David Bowie.
David Bowie. Does he paint?
It doesn't matter.
No, I can't paint. Like, fucking do it,
He
David.
seems creative.
That's good. I like
David.
the book. Fun book. You should buy it. Get one.
Yeah, it's very assumptive.
Yeah.
You have a to-do list and fridges.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone has a fridge, man.
It's been fun to have you on the show, Noah. We'll maybe do another segment for next time while you're here. You're here for another week, so I'm sure we can just fill another episode. So,
I would like to say it was fun, and
You'd be
I will.
okay. Oh, that too.
It was.
Bye-bye.
All right, we are closing it off for a interesting episode. Samuel's still here. Sam, you're playing a bit of F1 23 right now on the PlayStation 5, and I believe you've taken a bit of a wrong turn. We're in Miami right now, am I correct?
We are, yes. I'm multitasking. I'm playing the Miami track for the first time.
What's your take on Miami?
I've just been disqualified. They're saying that I've been driving the wrong way. I don't think that's fair. I was actually reversing out, so I didn't crash my car. That's not fair, man.
Racist against Max Verstappen.
That is racist against Max Verstappen. That's not right. Just because he's Dutch, there's nothing wrong with the Dutch, is there?
Well, if you've watched Austin Powers Goldmember, you can ask Goldmember. He doesn't like the Dutch, but that's remember he's like, I am from Holland, isn't it weird? And then Michael Caine, Austin Powers' dad, is like, there are two things I can't stand in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what's the other one? He's like, that's it, I'm not getting into that joke. Austin Powers Oz, coming soon. It's been a pleasure to have you back here, Sam, on the brink. It's been too long. I will be back in Tasmania for Christmas. So perhaps we can do something then, maybe, in the Tasmania universe. What do you think?
That would be a very nice thing to do, Ben.
Yes. The New Year's Eve tradition, is that still a thing for you at old Firefelicious's house?
Well, we haven't done it for about 2 years now.
Oh, why? Why's that?
Well, it's only James and I now. Everyone's left us.
What a bunch of bastards.
I know, everyone... Oh, I've just jump-started. Everyone's left us. Everyone's moved away. Well, you've moved away, and Stewie's moved away, and...
He's in Albury-Wodonga now. It's a random place to go. The mecca of Albury-Wodonga.
Yeah.
Are you more of an Albury or a Wodonga man?
I don't know much about the places at all.
Me neither, but I got to say, I like a good Wodonga.
Wodonga? What is a Wodonga?
I have no clue, but it sounds sexual and I like it.
Really? What if I offered you a Wodonga for lunch?
I would probably tell you to put it in me.
Put it in?
In my mouth. Which, anyway.
Sounds like a type of sandwich, you know?
Yeah, I'll have a Wodonga with a slice of bacon. Hold the tomato.
Bacon, yeah.
Wodonga on rye.
Would you like cheese on that?
I would love some cheese on my Wodonga.
Okay. What about an Albury? Would you like an Albury for dessert?
That sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
I caught Albury when I went on my cruise to Cairns.
Yeah, no, good call. Good call. Oh, what sort of disease would it be?
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that on this podcast. Before we let you go, before you go on this cruise, anything else that we haven't talked about in this episode? I mean, we had many voices. Anything else exciting in the world of Sam that you want to add on the brink? Because a couple of months, December, a lot can happen. Little can happen. I have no idea. Do you miss the brink? Do you miss those early mornings of getting in on a Friday?
Well, yes. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. They were the glory days, weren't they?
They were the glory days when people used to listen to this show.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Good memories.
We had a clip on our last episode where we went back in time to 2011 for the grand final episode that year, where of course it was Geelong-Collingwood. Geelong won that grand final, and you were very nervous, Sam, the morning before Geelong won their premiership, of course, ahead of last year. Of course, you finally won another one. But what would you prefer, the 2011 grand final or the 2022 grand final?
The 2011 grand final, yeah, that was good memories. Yeah, that's probably my favourite grand final victory that I've ever...
Really? Even more than 07 and 09? 07 would have been burst the dam. I know it was a thrashing, but that would have, you got to experience your first in your lifetime.
Yeah, well, it was a good experience, but it was, when it came, it just came so easily. So on the day, I remember being quite nervous in the first quarter, but after that, 5 minutes into the second half, it was over.
But isn't that better though? Like even last year, you spanked Sydney. Like you kind of know. Like I was dying of nerves at the 2 finals this year that Carlton won, let alone when we kicked with 6 goals up against Brisbane. I'm going, oh my God, we're making a grand final. Then we did a Carlton and we choked. Like, I couldn't handle that pressure of a grand final if it was close. I'd want it to be either we're losing by quarter time or winning by quarter time, so I know.
Yeah, well, they're all special, the grand final victories. But I have to say my favourite was the 2011 because that was
Collingwood
icing on the cake. Though the most, probably the best, maybe the best feeling in a way was the 2009 grand final because the game was so close, and they finally they won it, and it didn't look like the whole game. It didn't feel like they were going to win it, and they did, and that was just amazing. It was so close. Yeah, so that was probably the most powerful emotions because if they'd lost that one, to be in the grand final 3 years in a row, to dominate the sport for 3 years,
Only win the one.
and only win one, that would have been heartbreaking.
One of my biggest regrets in life, Sam, was 2008 when I openly went for Hawthorn only because of Shane Crawford. And looking back, I still like my Shane Crawford, guest of this show, of course, but given how much I dislike Hawthorn, and I still, to this day, no matter how many times you've won a premiership, I still like the Pussycats. So I wish in hindsight that Crawford could have maybe gone to another team and won a premiership that way.
Yeah, 2008 was the one that got away, that's for sure.
Well, I think you were closer in 2020 in a weird way. That was a tight game until the last quarter.
Yeah,
The Tigers.
Yeah, they weren't too far off in 2020.
I think you were closer that year than 2008.
Yeah, that's right. Though that one felt right. I think Richmond deserved it that year. I think they were just a little bit better than Geelong.
As I said, but those, I always think 2020, 2021, they're weird grand finals, aren't they? Because, Gabba and Optus Stadium, like it's kind of just, I know they were grand finals and there were premiers, but it's just a nighttime grand final. They just felt weird, didn't they?
Yeah, 2020 and 2021, they don't feel like proper AFL seasons, those ones.
Completely agree. Anyway, now that we've deep dived that random little caveat at the end, Sam, thank you for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me, Ben. It's good to come on and reminisce.
And as always, like, subscribe to all the usuals, and I'm going to see if Sam remembers the closing to end this episode out. Sam, do you remember the closing of the Brink to close us out?
Keep sucking those oranges.
Yes, and
Goodbye. Good night.
that works.